Good afternoon. My name is Keisha McMillan. I serve as the director of the Extended Family, where 12 women came together in 2005 to provide a program to educate, entertain, and engage youth and families. Our mission is to collaborate with other organizations that share our vision and passion. We design programs to educate, empower, entertain, and engage youth and families in an effort to decrease community violence, improve self-esteem and decision-making, and improve academic performance. This tea is one of our events. The purpose of the tea is to provide education on etiquette, to salute women who have demonstrated true love throughout our community, and to enjoy the beauty of the queens, the uniqueness of the queens, and the children who will come behind.
Good afternoon. My name is Tara Peterson. I am the Executive Director for the Extended Family 2021 Tea in the Afternoon. I would like for you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the experience with us.
Hey girl, hey.
Hey, baby.
Hey, sassy lady. I can't wait to see you.
Hey, Queen. We've been waiting on you. Come on in.
Hello. It's nice to see you today. Have a seat.
Hi, precious. I see you.
Hi, baby girl. I'm so glad you came.
Hey lady, I'm glad you're here.
Hi, princess. You and me and a cup of tea.
Hey honey, we made it.
Hey Queen, it's a blessing to be together.
Hey, princess. How are you?
So glad you could make it.
It's more than enough room in here.
Hi, love. I'm glad you could come.
Honey, we made it.
Hey, gorgeous. Come on in.
Well, hello, extended family. Welcome to the tea party. I'm going to talk to you today about etiquette. Now, that might not be a word that you're familiar with, but I'm going to tell you all about it. It's just a fancy French word for how you conduct yourself when you're out with people in different situations. Now, when I was coming up, you see this hat and these gloves and this dress? No lady would have dared go outside of her house to someplace like church or another social function without being dressed this way. But you young people threw all of that out the window. You go out now with flip-flops on and leggings and hoodies and whatnot. I'm not judging, I'm just saying. Things may have changed, but some things are still true, and that is, etiquette means treating people like you want to be treated. It means being kind, it means being courteous, it means having manners. Back in the day, we used to call it home training. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Now, for instance, when you sit down at a table, some of you young people come in and you sit down and you put your elbow all up on it and you got your phone and you got it all up in your face. Don't do that, baby. Talk to the people at the table with you. Put your phone away. And oh, please, if you're out someplace like in the store or in a restaurant, don't have your phone ringing all loud. Oh, at a funeral, turn the phone off. Nobody wants to hear that. And they sure don't want to hear you talking on it saying, yeah, girl, I told him. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. You got me? No. Etiquette, manners. You don't talk loud in public. You speak to people. You make eye contact with them. When you meet an adult, you don't stand there like this and go, hi, fine, mumbling and looking at the ground and sulking and pouting and sucking your teeth because you don't want to be there. That's ugly, baby. Don't do that. Now, tea parties can be very, very grand. You know, the British over in England have them and the Queen would come. But I want you to think of yourself as kings and queens too. That doesn't mean you think you're better than anybody. It means you think enough of yourself to present yourself in a way that is most flattering and becoming. Right? So when people see you walk into a room, you speak, you say hello, you're very pleasant, you don't talk loud. When you sit down at the table, you wait for everybody else to start eating. And now that we have this COVID-19 going around, oh my goodness, I better not catch near one of you out without your mask on. You hear me? Now I got these gloves on, but I'll take them off and we're not gonna go there. You're gonna do the right thing. I know you are. You're gonna wear your mask. You're gonna stay socially distant 6 feet from other people, right? And you're not gonna go over your friend's house when the parents aren't there and all y'all up in there with no mask on, dancing and carrying on foolishness. I better not catch you. You heard me. That's not behaving yourself in a way that is becoming. That's foolishness. We want to be well-mannered. We want to be respectful, especially of the elders. Now, I know we old people can get on your last nerve because we're old-fashioned and we're slow and we don't keep up with things the way you do. But when you see an older person, open the door for them. Give them a seat if you're on the bus and they're standing. Think about how you would want to be treated if that was you. That's the most important thing about manners, is thinking about others and being conscious of how you are treating other people. Now let me see, what else do you need to know? Oh, yes, I said you don't put your elbows on. Now, you see mine is on here, but I'm not eating. When people are seated, you don't put your elbow on the table. You don't reach over people trying to get the salt or the pepper. You say, would you pass that, please? That's one of the most important things. Say please. Say thank you. Say may I. Say you're welcome. Offer to help others. You don't want to see somebody walking down the street struggling, or your friends are trying to do whatever, carry something, and you just stand there and look at them like, oh, she sure is having a hard time. Why don't you help them? That's being good-mannered. Little things like that. Now, is there anything I've forgotten? Let's see. Well, we talked about not talking loud, and we talked about opening the door and being kind, and using a soft voice, and not being on the phone when you're in public, talking all your business where everybody can hear it and nobody wants to, trust me. Is there anything else? Now, you might be thinking, gosh, that's a whole lot of work. I'm not trying to do all that. You need to try to do all that. Anything worth having in this life takes work. As James Baldwin said, everything in life worth having takes work. Anything else is just jive. And that's the tea.
Nothing speaks louder than the voices of our ancestors.
Poetically contrived, they whisper their truths. They scream out for justice, and in their own words, they give us the opportunity to dine with these courageous sisters.
Well, hello to all my beautiful sisters. It's so nice to be at a high tea. I wore my pearls for this special event. My name is Mary Jane McLeod Bethune, born 15th of 17 children to the late Samuel and Patsy McLeod. See, my mother and father were born into slavery, but Mary was never a slave. But after Emancipation Proclamation, my mother still worked for the late slave master for very small wages. She would do cooking and cleaning for the family. And at times she would take me along on her jobs. I would play with the slave master's daughter. We would play in the front room, in the back room, in the backyard. One day we were in the living area and there was a book on the table. And I reached out to the book and the young girl said, "Mary, put that book down. You know you can't read." Well, she was right. I couldn't read. Back then, Negroes were not allowed to read. It was the law. But it wasn't the fact that I couldn't read. It was the anger in this young girl's voice, in her face, that bothered me. So that night, I prayed to the Lord, "Lord, teach me to read. Teach me to read." You be careful what you ask the Lord for. He'll do marvelous things if you ask him. Not only did he teach me to read, but he allowed me to read to my mother and father at night. I'd read the Bible, and I'd read to my brothers and sisters. Yes, you be careful what you ask the Lord for. Reading got me into the Moody Bible Institute in Chicago, Illinois, and reading allowed me to start my own school in Daytona, Florida, now known as Bethune and Cookman University. Reading gave me the right to be advisors to presidents of the United States, Hoover and Coolidge. Yes, you be careful what you ask the Lord for. Well, I know this is your tea, so I just came by to leave you some words to chew on your niblets with. I'm gonna leave you with my last will and testament. See, my worldly possessions are few, but the principles and policies that I've set for my life afforded me a right to have a wonderful place in history. I leave you love. I leave you hope. I leave you a thirst for education. I leave you faith. I leave you racial dignity. I leave you respect for the uses of power. I leave you a responsibility to our young people. The world around us really belongs to youth, for youth will take over its future management. Our children must never lose their zeal for building a better world. They must not be discouraged from aspiring towards greatness, for they are to be the leaders of tomorrow. Nor must they forget that the masses of our people are underprivileged, ill-housed, impoverished, and victimized by discrimination. We have a powerful potential in our young people. We must have the courage to change old ideals and practices so that we may direct their power towards good end. Well, thank you so much for allowing me to be here. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.
Women belong everywhere that decisions are being made. It shouldn't be that women are the exception. When I'm sometimes asked, when will there be enough women on the Supreme Court? And I say, when there are 9, people are shocked. But there's been 9 men, and nobody's ever thought to question that. Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
My mother taught me nothing worthwhile is gained without hardship and determination, and I contribute any success that I have to her. Dorothy Dandridge.
There's one thing you need to understand about our movement. 3 people are better than no people. Ain't nobody free till everybody free. Lady Fannie Lou Hamer.
Turn your wounds into wisdom. Surround yourself only with people who can take you to a higher level. Think like a queen. Queens do not feel failure. Failures are only stepping stones to success, says Oprah Winfrey.
You know, learning without wisdom is like a load of books on a donkey's back. Yes, it is. Let me tell you something. I belong to no race, nor time. I am the eternal female with its long strands of pearls. I am Zora Hurston.
As long as you keep a person down, some parts of you have to be down there to hold them down. So it means you cannot soar as you otherwise might. I am Marian Anderson.
Truth is powerful and it prevails. These are the words of Lady Sojourner Truth.
I don't want no drummer. I set the tempo. It's a long road, but I know I'm going to find the end. I am Bessie Smith.
The moment someone tries to be mean or put you down, you have to know how great you are. Nobody would try to put you down if you were a threat. Cicely Tyson.
Success is only meaningful and enjoyable when it feels like your own. For me, becoming is not about arriving at a certain place or achieving a certain aim. I see it instead as a means of moving forward, of evolving, and a way to continuously reach a better self. The journey doesn't end. Michelle Obama.
You know, they say that I didn't give up my seat because I was tired. But that's not true. I wasn't physically tired. I was just tired of giving in. You got to have courage and determination to be free. We have to cooperate with each other. We have to stand for what's right or we'll fall for anything. After all, today's mighty oak tree is just yesterday's nut that held its ground. Rosa Parks.
It's time to walk the runway. I'll see you at the tea party.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Sandria Dixon, the Vice President of the Extended Family of Cleveland. We hope you enjoyed yourself today, and we really thank you for your support and your participation. A friend of mine, Ms. Pat McMillan, always ended our conversation with these words. She told me to always have a wonderful, productive, and blessed day. And we wish that to you. So God bless you and thank you.